This is the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's the Raiders going up against the Jaguars.
All right, Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and Everbank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Start right there. Let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
He'll look to throw. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
He'll set up the screen to Fournette. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more on that one, and another first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
We'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it in the feet.
And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Khalil Mack in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back. And now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense. I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. Bailey now to kick this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC. And it's the Chiefs that have grabbed the early lead over the Chargers. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Room to run past midfield. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. This time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Carr now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Normally, that's not the down and distance that you call a draw play. You usually want to wait to second or third down with a definite passing situation before that play is dialed up.
Carr to throw on second down. This will be caught inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a first down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now they try the right side here. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jaguars getting set to go. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick. Make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. He'll drop to throw. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling lead to no yards gained.
Open man is Westbrook, complete. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, Because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Let's go. What? None. Ohio. 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 Come on, let's go.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Come on, let's go. Ohio. 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 Let's go. 38.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. To throw now on 2nd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Miles Jack in from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On play action, it's Carr. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
To play in a tightly contested first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. And the D looking like they may blitz. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. The Raiders on the move, a couple of big plays in succession. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
On play action, now Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Carroll. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now a handoff working right. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. He's going to fire one deep, middle of, and this is caught inside the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Come on, let's go.
Back to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Jaguars on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Jaguars on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. They're going to look to throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brandon Cooks in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to back on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. The final shot here before half for Carr. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you a couple hours south to Orlando, let's check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
On second down, here's Carr. And this is a rocket pulled in by Cooper, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A Raider first down as Carr finds Cooper.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. And they're definitely showing blitz here. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now Carr throwing on second down. Over the middle, complete. It's Ali. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now they'll run it on the toss. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And the Jags grab it, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Room here to run. Oh, nice move at midfield. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Bailey now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Carr now on 1st down. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr. He's got his man on the crossing route. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. On 1st down, Carr. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. And now here's a carry heading left. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now a play fake. Carr. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. To throw on second down. Carr over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Carr going to try and throw on third down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's first and goal. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Let's go!
They'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
They'll try and throw for it here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Back now in Jacksonville. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Let's go! Here we go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
We got three. Three down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go.
And the back goes into motion. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Carr going to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A Raider first down, 17 yards. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Defense showing blitz. Carr now on 1st down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now they try the right side here. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. And Carr's going to keep it himself. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. And the offense can string something together, but they'll need to do it quickly here to try to get points on the board and win this game. Now this time, Carl throw. It fights him off. Being chased out left. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Now they'll throw with Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Cooper was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you describe that because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you. Back to throw, Carr. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. So now it's 4th down and short, and whatever they do, run or pass it, they've got to pick up the first here.
Yeah, and you mentioned running it. That is still an option, but as you also said, they've got to do it quickly and get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, now then, it's a big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th. But, Charles, there is still time left for a final drive.
Brandon, you know they would have liked to take the clock down just a little bit further, at least under a minute or so, but this was not over yet, especially since they just need a field goal.
And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 21-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Brandon, you got to have some urgency here. You got to get the guys back to the line of scrimmage, but the problem is they're all 30 yards downfield after that play.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. They'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
A fourth quarter score, meanwhile, from Kansas City. The Chiefs continue to add on. They're really rolling. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out come the Jags. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Obviously a tough spot here. They need a lot of luck to win this game, but still a small chance.
They've got to make sure they get the ball to the sidelines, get out of bounds, preserve clock.
They'll set up a throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. Elsewhere, they're into the fourth at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. And the lead in that one belonging to the Colts. A win would be their second on the young season. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And the Raiders have got him. Deshaun Hall in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Carr going to throw here. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. And they're going to go soft on the corners. To throw is Carr. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Oakland, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.
You